Now, Boeing 777, very modern plane. What are the leadership qualities that come to mind when you think of this captain? Anybody want to venture yell out something? Give me one.
They stay awake.
Stay awake. Very good. Yes. Another one. Hong Kong audiences are not really... And it's early. It's early. Okay, if you thought of these things, decisive, take charge, and unity of command, you were right. Until about the middle of the 1980s, when the NASA and the Federal Administration did studies and found that these same guys were crashing their planes. And over 70% of the commercial airline crashes and cargo crashes could have been avoided if the pilots used all the resources in the plane. And there's one of the worst was about 1990 in Sioux City, Iowa. And the United Airlines plane, it lost all hydraulic. That thing was going down. And a training pilot was in the back of the plane, flying with passengers. He knew something was wrong because the plane was jerking around. He went up to the front. And together they made the decision the only way to land that plane was to alternate the thrust and land at full throttle. That was the only way they could have control of alternating the thrust. They landed that plane, meant some people died, many people died actually, but they were credited with not all of them dying because they used the resources of the cockpit. This number expands to 85% when they take in all the small little airline companies as well. So what they did, they came up with something called cockpit resource management. Now it's being expanded to crew resource management. The captains are taught to listen and seek input and to weigh it up, and the crews are taught to speak up. Malcolm Gladwell's latest book, The Outliers, he talks about the cultural issues in there, where culturally some people can't tell the boss there's bad news. And the story in there goes that he tells the guy that the co-pilot says, gee, it's really icy out there. He's concerned the plane's not going to make it. And instead of saying it's really icy out there, we better de-ice this plane, he keeps going on about it looks icy, it looks cold. They crash. So what's happened as a result, both the frequency of crashes and the severity of crashes have severely dropped.